I was just going to make a point earlier. One of our Democrat colleagues talked about Cash Patel running the ATF. What I will say is this. When the ATF was run by someone else, I know some of the crazy things that happened. Any of you ever heard of Brian Malinowski? What happened to Mr. Malinowski? They said that he had somehow sold, was accused of selling 6 firearms that he wasn't supposed to sell. Instead of going, and they had a search warrant, instead of going there to Brian Malinowski while he worked, highest paid municipal employee in Little Rock, Arkansas, worked at the Bill and Hillary Clinton Airport. Instead of going to the airport and talking to him, going to his house, and then doing the search warrant, they decided they were going to do a pre-dawn raid. And they were all set to do it on one particular Friday, and then they found out he wasn't home. So they called it off, and they said, we're going to wait till the next Friday when he is home and go at, again, pre-dawn raid. 10 cars pull up, ATF agents and local police.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hot News Today. Today, we're diving into a powerful moment from the recent self-defense hearing. Chairman Jordan's intense questioning stole the spotlight. Stick around and hit that subscribe button. Your support means everything. Chairman Jordan raised serious concerns about the ATF during a recent hearing. That's the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Their tactics in high-stakes operations have long sparked controversy. Jordan highlighted a tragic case, the death of Brian Malinowski in a botched ATF raid. And that's when things got serious.
They go up, the first thing you see from the doorbell cam is them putting the tape on the doorbell camera, and then 53 seconds later, Brian Malinowski is shot in the head. Because he does what any normal person would do. It's why what Mr. Kiley brought up about the crazy law they're proposing in California. He was defending himself. He thought he was getting robbed. Defended himself, gets shot in the head, and dies several hours later. That's the ATF before. So you can criticize Cash Patel, that's ridiculous. Thank goodness he is running the ATF. We don't have the same people who ran it when that happened to Mr. Mountain. Made no sense. 53 seconds.
The ATF suspected Brian Malinowski of illegally selling firearms. Instead of contacting him, they launched a pre-dawn raid. ATF agents and local police arrived in full tactical gear. 10 vehicles pulled up to his home. They even covered his doorbell camera to hide their presence. Malinowski, scared, tried to defend himself. Within 53 seconds, he was shot and later died. Chairman Jordan flips the tragedy back on Democrats, criticizing past ATF leadership under Cash Patel. He calls out the absurdity of their approach. Why a high-risk pre-dawn raid? Jordan argues Brian Malinowski might still be alive if things were handled differently. He praises Patel for avoiding such reckless decisions. Speaking of self-defense, Chairman Jordan addresses a controversial California law that could limit citizens' right to defend themselves. He links it to the tragic case of Brian Malinowski, raising concerns about laws that hinder self-defense. It's a delicate balance we must consider carefully. Chairman Jordan is calling for accountability and reform within agencies like the ATF. The tragic death of Brian Malinowski is a wake-up call on law enforcement tactics and self-defense rights. Stories like this remind us why reform matters, and why we must get it right.
Why not just execute the search warrant like you should? Why not talk to him? Why not pick him up at the airport? Mr. Malinowski, we're going to your house. Call your wife, let him know we're coming, we'll go there, we'll execute the search warrant. No, they couldn't do it that way. So I think the good Lord, Cash Patel is running the FBI and, frankly, interim director of the ATF.
What do you think about self-defense laws and the role of agencies like the ATF? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. And don't forget to subscribe for more critical discussions.